Story time on how I found out that my best friend was behind one of my biggest hate accounts. For the past 6 months to a year, I've had this one hate account that was so incredibly rude, and these comments were like the most terrible ones I've probably ever gotten. But I didn't really think anything of it because hate honestly just comes with social media. I get it 24/7 and I'm used to it. And this one in particular hate account was leaving the craziest comments. Like, I remember one of them was like, "You've gained weight, pig emoji," which was so crazy because I had told this friend how I had been gaining weight and how it had been bothering me. So she was attacking the things that already bothered me and leaving them as hate comments. Well, after getting hate comments for about like a year from this account, finally they were not leaving any comments, and I was like, that's kind of weird. It had been like 2 months and they had not left a single hate comment, and they were leaving them like 3 to 5 times a week before. So I was like, okay, finally this account is leaving me alone. So after not getting comments from them for a while, I was like, maybe they got banned on TikTok or something, and I look up the username and I was like, oh my goodness, like the account is not there. I wonder if they finally got banned after leaving all these terrible comments. Maybe they were doing it on other people's pages too, and that's why their account's gone. But I was completely wrong. A couple of days later, I was looking at one of my like old TikToks that this account had actually left a comment on, and I'm looking at some of the comments because I like to reply to all my comments. Well, all the nice ones, and I see their comment but with a whole nother username, but it's the same exact comment they left, so I tapped it. When I tapped the account, I was beyond shocked because I guess the so-called friend that had been leaving me these comments had turned the fake account into her spam account, forgetting that she left me all these terrible comments on this same account, or I guess she thought I would just never notice. Like, she had changed the name to like her name and then spam at the end, and there was tons of videos of her on this account from the past like month, and I was like, that's where she's been. She wasn't leaving hate comments, but she turned the account into hers, thinking I guess I wouldn't realize that that was the same exact account that left me the hate comments. I don't know if she thought when she changed her username the comments deleted, but they did not, and I found it out and I did confront her. Here is the long-awaited story time on me confronting my friend after she made a fake TikTok account and left hate comments on my videos for a year straight. After finding out that it was 100% my friend's account because she turned it into her spam account, not realizing that was the same account that she was leaving me hate comments on, I decided I wanted to confront her, but I didn't know how yet. Well, that night, me and my friends had decided to go out, and when we get to the place we were going, she was freaking there, guys. Well, I decided I was going to go up to her, so I just went up to her and said, "Why would you do this to me?" And I didn't say anything else, and she's like, "What are you talking about, girl? Like, what do you mean, why would I do what to you?" Like, being completely clueless, and I'm like, "You know what you did. Why would you do that?" And she says, like, nothing. She was like, "No, but I didn't do anything to you. What are you talking about?" And that's when I pulled up on my phone the account, and I showed her, and I go, "This isn't you." And she sits there and completely denies it. And she's like, "Oh my goodness, TikTok must be glitching. I don't know how it connected my account to those comments." Like, she just sat there and lied to my face, which honestly, I probably would have forgave her if she sat there and was honest about it and just owned it and apologized. I would have got over it. Like, it is what it is. I'm already over it, but still. But instead, she chose to sit there and lie to my face and say that was not her at all. She would never leave those comments, and TikTok was glitching and it wasn't her account. Which, after her lying to my face, I was like, you know what? This is not worth my time at all. I'm not going to sit here and argue with someone. Like, I know it was her. I know the truth. And now I can just move on. So I walked away, and it no longer bothers me. I just think it's a funny story time, which is why I decided to come tell you guys. Bye.
I messaged my boyfriend's coworker because I think my boyfriend wants to cheat on me with her. Is that okay? I visited my boyfriend's office because I had an appointment nearby his office, and as I was approaching the building about to walk in, I saw him with a coworker. He pretended like he didn't see me, but we met each other's eyes, and I thought that this was just like a work meeting, like a walking meeting where you walk and discuss things, so I really didn't think much of it at the time. I asked him who he was with, and he said it was his new work friend, Addie, and I remember an Addie popping up on his Instagram notifications a little bit ago, so I asked him why he'd never told me about this new friend of his, especially because we know each other's friends, like we know all each other's friends. He told me to chill and that if I'm thinking of something malicious, then I just need to know that she's not his type. I asked if I could see what they were chatting on Instagram with her about, and he said that I was being toxic and that I was trying to invade his privacy. I said that if it's nothing, then why can't he just show it to me? And then he repeatedly called me toxic until I asked him to stop. He told me that he needs some time alone, so I need to stay at my parents' house. And we live together, by the way. I told him no, I'm not staying at my parents' house, but he said that he needs to think, and being by himself makes him think more clearly. I messaged my boyfriend's coworker because I think my boyfriend wants to cheat on me with her. Is that okay? Fast forward to today, 2 weeks from the incident, and we went to a party together, and he got so drunk that I had to walk him from the car to our bed. As I was getting ready to get myself in bed, I saw on his phone that a notification popped up, and it said, "You up?" And it was from the same girl named Addie. I read all the messages, and it turns out that they saw each other to see the city lights, see a movie, and play mini golf on the night that he asked me to stay at my parents' house. The messages also indicated that he picked her up from her place that night, and I don't think she knows that we're together because from her profile, she seems like pretty religious and like she has good morals and she's set on her values. I messaged her and I told her that was my boyfriend, and I even sent her pictures with timestamps on them of us together. I also told her that I knew they went out and when they went out together, and I asked her to not message my boyfriend until I figure everything out. She never responded to me, but a few minutes later she removed my boyfriend from her followers. I'm scared about what could happen because if and when he finds out about what I did, we might break up. I don't even know if he's cheating. He downplayed it last time when we talked about it, saying, "You can have guy work friends, but I can't." I just don't know what to believe, really, and I need help. I now kind of regret messaging Addie about it, and I don't really know what he's gonna do when he finds out.
So there was this one time I was dating this girl, and I had the bright idea of us going to the movies. I told her, just wait, I'll be there to pick you up. I'll come get you in a few. I'm gonna buy the tickets. I'm gonna do this so you don't even have to do nothing. Just turn your brain off, chill out, I'll be there. I didn't really want to have to talk to anybody when I got there. I wanted to get straight in because we were already running low on time. So I was like, okay, let me just get the tickets online. Mind you, this is a Friday. It's a brand new movie, and the movie is sold out. But I see that there are 2 seats available. So I look and I go ahead and I purchase them. Me not thinking twice about it, I see nothing wrong with what I just did. I said, whatever, I'm going to just grab a handicap seat because who cares, right? We'll have a little bit of extra leg room. Worst case scenario is I'll go up there, I'll show my military ID. They were going to give me a discount anyway, so they might as well just give me the seats regardless of the fact. We get there, I show them the tickets. There's no hard time at all. We get to the theater, I look to my left, and I see the seats that we're supposed to be sitting in. This is the row, and it's a section where we're supposed to be at. But to my amazement, there's no seats. I go and ask the guy, I'm like, hey, bro, where are the seats at? Like, I literally purchased these online. They should be right here. He looks at me. He's trying to go back and forth. He's like, there's no seats. There are never seats here. I was like, well, can you go get some? Because there's supposed to be seats here. Why would you put seats online that aren't here? We continue to go back and forth. I look like a complete jack talking to this man in the middle of the movie theater asking about these handicap seats. I didn't realize until it finally clicked. The handicap seats don't come with seats because they already come in with them. I'm not gonna lie. This was peak dumbassery on my end. I won't tell a lie. I'm not gonna lie. It's not my proudest moment. I'm sorry. Luckily, she was a trooper. We stood up the rest of the time. Oh man, bro.